Now, this megagametogenesis, or the second phase of the female gametophyte development, uh, it shows in angiosperms, it shows three different patterns. One is monosporic pattern, second one is bisporic pattern, and tetrasporic pattern. So, megagametogenesis, as we have discussed, it is the process of maturation of female gametophyte in plants. During this process, uh, the megaspore, which arise from the megasporogenesis, develop into the embryo sac, which is where the female gamete is housed. So now we will see the different patterns of megasporogenesis or megagametogenesis in angiosperms. Monosporic, biosporic, and tetrasporic. In the first monosporic pattern, this is the most common pattern of female gametophyte development. And here, both meiotic divisions are accompanied by cell plate formation, and it results in 4 one-nucleate megaspores, 3 megaspores, generally the micropylar spores will become active, and the I'm sorry, the micropylar megaspores, they get degenerate. So this is monosporic. That means, as we discussed earlier, this is monosporic type of development. Out of the 4 functional megaspores, the 3 megaspores which are present in the micropylar end, they will get degenerated, and one at the callosal end, that will become active. So out of the 4, only one will become alive, and the other 3 will disintegrate. So when the female gametophyte develop from one megaspore, that is called as monosporic pattern of development. And this is of 2 types, Polygonum type and Oenothera type. Polygonum type, this is, as we have studied in the example, in the picture, this is the general type. It results in 8 nucleate and 7-celled embryo sac. Whereas in Oenothera type, 4 nucleate, 4 nucleate cells are 4 nucleate embryo sac is developed. 1 in central cell, 3 in egg apparatus. Let us discuss in detail about these two. The Polygonum type. It was first described by Strasburger in 1879. Here, embryo sac is formed by megaspore at the callosal end, and the rest of the tetrad degenerates. And this type of embryo sac is very, very common in angiosperms. That means 70% of the angiosperms, they show polygonum type of embryo sac development. Look at here, the megaspore mother cell. The meiosis is immediately, the karyokinesis is immediately followed by cytokinesis. That is, whenever the nuclear division occurs, the cell plate formation always occurs in polygonum type. Here, the after meiosis, the 1 megaspore mother cell, it gives rise to 4 megaspores. Out of these 4 megaspores, the 3 megaspore present in the micropylar side. This is micropylar side and this is callosal end. These 3 will disintegrate, and only the topmost one, the callosal end, the megaspore that is present towards the callosal end, that will become functional and it will develop into an embryo sac. So this functional megaspore, it undergoes mitosis. Again, it undergoes giving rise to 2 cells, two daughter cells, and two daughter nuclei, and it will again undergo second mitotic division. Look at here, there is no um, cytokinesis, only karyokinesis occurs, no cytokinesis. That means cell plate formation doesn't occur. So the second mitosis results in four um, nuclei, and here one nuclei goes towards callosal micropylar end, and the other goes to micropylar end. And in the third mitotic division, again it get doubled, and the four nuclei becomes 8 nuclei. Out of these 8 nuclei, one from the callosal end and the other from the micropylar end, they come at the center and form a central cell, and these nuclei are called as polar nuclei. And the whatever um, the three cells, the three nuclei, and cell formation occurs. One develops into egg, and the other two develops into synergids, and the one on the callosal end, they develop into the antipodal cells. So this is a common type of development of embryo sac, and it is called as polygonum type of embryo development. The next one is here, if you see, this is Oinothera type, and here it is 4 nucleated and 1 in central cell and 3 in egg apparatus. Here, look at here, this is megaspore mother cell. It undergoes meiosis, and megaspore tetrads are formed, and the lower 3 degenerate, and the second one, the topmost one, it acts as a functional megaspore here, and this undergoes mitotic division, first mitotic division, and gives rise to two nuclei, and followed by second mitotic division. It gives rise to 4 nuclei, but the third mitotic division is absent here. That's why instead of producing 8, it consists of only 4 nuclei. Out of these 4 nuclei, 1 nuclei comes at the center, and the 3 nuclei remain at the micropylar end. And out of the 3, 1 will develop into egg, and the other 2 develop into synergids. So here antipodal cells are totally absent. So on the endosperm, after fertilization, whatever the endosperm is formed, it is diploid in nature. Naturally, endosperm is triploid in nature because if you see in general, there are polar nuclei at the center. They will fertilize with one nucleus from the pollen grain, and it will form a triploid state of nucellus. But here in Oinothera type, the nucellus, or I'm sorry, the endosperm is diploid in nature, and the antipodal cells are totally absent. So this is a very, very interesting phenomena, and this is called as Oinothera type of development. The Oinothera type of development is usually seen in Oenograceae family members. Next, the biosporic embryo sac pattern. In biosporic embryo sac pattern, in the plants bearing biosporic embryo sac, the first division is accomplished by the wall formation. If you look here, this is the first division. It is followed by the wall formation, so that a dyad is formed. 2 cells are formed, so it is called dyad is formed. One of the dyad cell undergoes the second division, whereas the other one degenerates. If you look at here, one will get degenerate, and the other will develop further. That means divide further. And this both the megaspore contribute in the formation of the mature biosporic embryo sac. Here, the one of the one of the cells in dyad, it degenerates, and this will divide into two, and both of them, they will contribute in the formation of the mature embryosporic embryo sac. And they undergo two meiotic and two mitotic divisions. In biosporic time, two meiotic and two mitotic divisions takes place. This is here, the meiosis occurs here. Here in megagametogenesis, two mitotic divisions occurs, and the third mitotic division is absent, totally absent. Look at here, the one cell in the dyad, it undergoes division and forms two, and both of them will participate in the embryo sac development. These two undergoes mitosis 1 and gives rise to 4, and these 4 again undergoes second mitotic division and develops into 8 nuclei. And out of these 8 nuclei, 2 comes at the center, 3 will be at callosal end, and 3 will be at the micropylar end. Whatever the 3 cells, out of the 3 cells, the micropylar end, one becomes, the central one becomes the egg, and the other 2 will becomes the synergids. And the callosal end cells, they will develop into the synergids. So this is called as bisporic embryo sac development. That means here the first one is immediately first division is followed by plate formation, and the upper cell or the lower cell, any one of the cell get disintegrate, and the only one cell develops into an embryo sac. Okay, and this is of two types based on whichever the cell degenerates. If the callosal, the cell in the dyad, if the callosal end megaspore, this is the callosal megaspore. If the callosal megaspore develops into embryo sac, that is called as allium type. Whereas if the megaspore that is present on the micropylar side develops into embryo sac and the lower one get disintegrated, this type of pattern is called as endymion type.